Now, it's not just us with a new podcast out. Khloe Kardashian has been delving into taboo topics in hers and recently opened up about her relationship with Kylie and Kendall. It's really interesting, isn't it, though? And it's a sign that look, what a good job that's gone on between the family and that there's proper love.
Yeah.
You know, there's no them and us. It's just us.
I asked the boys this. Well, I've asked the boys and I've asked Kira, because obviously they're half-siblings. But the boys said, and Kira, at different times, I never, ever, ever think of them as my half-brothers or my half-siblings. And they said the same. They would never introduce Kira and go, this is our half-sister. It's just their sister. Yeah. Now, I don't know whether that's because they were obviously with me when Kira was born and they've grown up with her. Maybe it's different if they're separated for quite a long time. Maybe that bond doesn't connect. But definitely with my kids, they're like, no, there's absolutely no difference. They never think of her as half-sister. She's just their little annoying sister.
You don't say my adopted brother, do you, necessarily?
No.
I mean, you wouldn't be expected to, or my adopted sister.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've got a blended family, or a patchwork family, or a 1.7 family, however you want to call it now. Apparently gone as the 2.4 and it's now a 1.7.
Oh.
You go do the maths on that. But, oh gosh, we would never, ever refer to each other as steps or halves. In fact, the only time it ever does come up is when we're on holiday and you get to the airport and then you've got all these, you know, different
surnames.
And I hate it and they hate it. But my children, they call Sim Dad. He's their dad and their brother is their brother and I am a stepmother.
I think
and we have step...
Do you think it's a generational thing at all? Because, I mean, I definitely used to call my brothers and sister half-brothers and sisters. And now I think that it's so much more...
terminology is so negative, because as soon as you say half, as soon as you say step, the word already makes you think that it's come from failure or half-than. And I actually think when it comes to step families, anyone that's part of a family that is a blended family will know it takes 10 times more effort and compassion and understanding and respect. It takes so much effort to make a blended family work. There's so many moving parts. So I think what you've done, Colleen, I look at you and the way that your family work, you're at the heart of that. They all orbit around you and you've made that work. It's really difficult.
Well, there's always the threat of the skip.
But I'm really proud of our little
deterrent.
family. And the idea of referring to anybody in it as a half or a step, it's just unthinkable.
No, I know. I know my two with their big sisters, and there's such a big age difference, but, like, my little two are 6 and 4. The big girls, like, that's them as little girls, for goodness sake. They're 20 and 18 now. And they come in and my two are just like... Oh, it's just love. Oh, it's, oh my gosh, my big sisters. And that's just, but it's just love. Love is the thing. And you're lucky. Of course, it's not always like that in all families. We understand that. But if you've got it, you're very lucky.
There are certain circumstances, for sure. But I remember my little one being, you know, when Hero was little, she came home saying, isn't it funny that Sim's got blonde hair and none of us have? She just hadn't made the connection. It was so lovely because they don't see those boundaries.
Of course, of course. So in honour of Mother's Day, beauty salons up and down the country say they've got the gift mums really want. Discounted cosmetic treatments. So would you buy your mum Botox for Mother's Day? Would she appreciate it? Would she be wildly offended? Mariella, what do you think?
Well, my mother wouldn't probably even notice because she is in a home and she is in the sort of final stages of dementia, so I don't think Botox is what she's needing. But I don't actually think, to be honest, that anyone who hasn't asked for any kind of a cosmetic uplift should be offered or given one, because the insinuation that you're not good enough the way you are, I just think it's really insulting, you know. And also, what sort of a world are we becoming when that's the thing that we think is a gift of value, something personal and loving and a tribute to your relationship on you know, the one special day a year you're given? I mean, it just seems to be the sort of the kind of tipping point of commercialism. You know, it's lovely to have Mother's Day, it's lovely to have Valentine's Day, all those days, lovely, lovely, lovely. But not if it's just a commercial opportunity for people to sell you rubbish you don't need, quite honestly.
No, I get. Well, I love Mother's Day.
I do.
And obviously incredibly special now with, you know, little ones. And my favourite thing on the face of this planet is a homemade card.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
I want little handprints, little stickers that make absolutely no sense. That's what I want. And I will keep them like your 19-year-old bra forever.
What about from the kids?
No, but I was going to say, I get handwritten cards, but it's only because they've grabbed a piece of paper, like my shopping list from the kitchen or something, going, whoops, sorry, I forgot it's Mother's Day, and love you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm the same as you. I want everything homemade because no one else can do that for you. It's interesting because you probably wouldn't offer, those cosmetic surgeries to dads on Father's Day, like in the same way that a dad bod is just a dad bod, but a mum bod is a negative thing.
Yeah.
So I think
to be fair, there might be a lot of mums that actually want it for Mother's Day. Let's not.
Then they'll be asking
which is a different thing, yeah.
And but is it the thing you'd ask for Mother's Day? I mean, maybe for your birthday, maybe for Christmas, but Mother's Day, it's about your children and you. And what sort of a message is it giving your children if you're saying, I'm so dissatisfied with me as I am, I need you to pay for me to look better?
I know what you mean, yeah, exactly. Oh, we've got a bit serious then now. I was joking about my lovely little cards from my children, but you're quite right. You're quite right. Week away, get on it, folks.